John chapter 13. And before the celebration of the Passover, Jesus, knowing that his hour has come, that he may depart out of this world to the Father, having loved his own who are in the world, to the end he loved them. And dinner having come, the devil already having put it into the heart of Judas of Simon Iscariot, that he may deliver him up, Jesus, knowing that all things the Father has given to him into his hands, and that he came forth from God, and he goes to God, rises from the dinner, and lays down his garments, and having taken a towel, he girded himself. Afterward he puts water into the basin, and began to wash the feet of his disciples, and to wipe with the towel with which he was being girded. He comes therefore to Simon Peter, and that one says to him, Lord, do you wash my feet? Jesus answered and said to him, That which I do you have not known now, but you will know after these things. Peter says to him, You may not wash my feet throughout the age. Jesus answered him, If I may not wash you, you have no part with me. Simon Peter says to him, Lord, not my feet only, but also the hands and the head. Jesus says to him, He who has been bathed has no need except to wash his feet, but he is clean altogether, and you are clean, but not all. For he knew him who is delivering him up. Because of this he said, You are not all clean. When therefore he washed their feet and took his garments, having reclined again, he said to them, Do you know what I have done to you? You call me the teacher and the Lord, and you say well, for I am. If then I washed your feet, the Lord and the teacher, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I gave to you an example, that, according as I did to you, you also may do. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his Lord, nor an apostle greater than he who sent him. If you have known these things, you are blessed if you may do them. I do not speak concerning you all. I have known whom I chose for myself, but that the writing may be fulfilled, He who is eating the bread with me lifted up his heel against me. From this time, I tell you, before its coming to pass, that, when it may come to pass, you may believe that I am. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who is receiving whomsoever I may send, receives me, and he who is receiving me receives him who sent me. Having said these things, Jesus was troubled in the spirit, and testified and said, Truly, truly, I say to you, that one of you will deliver me up. The disciples were looking therefore at one another, doubting concerning of whom he speaks. And there was one of his disciples reclining in the bosom of Jesus, whom Jesus was loving. Simon Peter then beckons to this one to inquire who he may be concerning whom he speaks. And that one, having leaned back on the breast of Jesus, responds to him, Lord, who is it? And Jesus answers, It is that one to whom I, having dipped the morsel, will give it. And having dipped the morsel, he gives it to Judas of Simon Iscariot. And after the morsel, then Satan entered into that one. Jesus therefore says to him, What you do, do quickly. And none of those reclining to eat knew for what intent he said this to him. For certain of them were thinking, since Judas had the bag, that Jesus says to him, Buy what we have need of for the celebration, or that he may give something to the poor. Having received therefore the morsel, that one immediately went forth, and it was night. When therefore he went forth, Jesus says, Now was the Son of Man glorified, and God was glorified in him. If God was glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself. Indeed, he will immediately glorify him. Little children, yet a while I am with you, you will seek me, and according as I said to the Jews, I also say to you now, to where I go away, you are not able to come. A new command I give to you, that you love one another, according as I loved you, that you also love one another. In this will all know that you are my disciples, if you may have love one to another. Simon Peter says to him, Lord, to where do you go away? Jesus answered him, To where I go away, you are not able to follow me, but afterward you will follow me. Peter says to him, Lord, why am I not able to follow you now? I will lay down my life for you. Jesus answered him, You will lay down your life for me? Truly, truly, I say to you, a rooster will not crow until you may deny me 3 times.